Qween.
And you've recently made a disclosure about your own personal life. You sort of held off for a while on talking about it.
It's not really that I held off. It's more like I just didn't want to ride the bandwagon.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people would assume that that's what I'm doing or what I was doing. I've been transitioning even prior to the show.
Right.
So I was like, it was just like I kind of held off and let me feel my oats on Drag Race.
Right.
You know, and plus I was like, I didn't want to say anything then either because I just knew that Carmen just came out as trans. I knew Sonique did. I didn't want to like just kind of like ride that same wave as all the girls that got on that are becoming women.
Right.
And plus I wanted just to keep one thing about myself to myself and kept it private.
Yeah.
You know, like, because after getting on Drag Race, you kind of are in the public eye.
You are on the public eye more than ever now.
Yeah, so there's just some things that I kind of wanted to keep to myself and keep just for me and my family or my immediate circle.
Yeah.
So, and then people just kept like, when are you going to come out as trans, this and the third? And I'm like...
Really? Was that a thing? Like people were pressuring you to come out as trans?
There was this, actually, the sad part was, it was another trans girl that was kept like telling me like to come out. She's like, all your sisters are doing it. It's sad that you're hiding it for money. I'm like, no, it's not for money. I'm hiding it because I don't want other people to just like assume that's why I'm doing this. And I didn't want to put myself out there to become all of a sudden an advocate or an activist. And I'm like, I am the most flawed individual. Like, child, like... I used to be an escort. I'm like, come on, I can't be an activist. Like, are you insane? So I'm like, no. Like, that's why I didn't want to just come out and say it. But it was just a turning point this year where I just told myself, you know what? Let me just say it so the rumors or the questions can end.
Right. And how are those people how were these people finding out your own information?
Well, because of social media. Like, I'm always, like, done up anyway, or I'm always in makeup, or
they
I always
notice
look like a girl.
You're never dressed as a boy.
I'm never as a boy. So they're like, Or, like, when I'm hanging out with Fifi, and they're like, why is Jiggly in drag? I'm not in drag.
Right. This is what I look like.
This is what I look like. I mean, I got a little Ardell lash on, but just saying. It just became too much. And I just wanted it to kind of like, all right, now stop asking. Here it is.
Right.
You know.
Have you felt like a freedom since then? I
felt like a weight was off my shoulders now that it's done and out. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like I don't want to keep giving myself all of me to everybody that, like, sometimes there's just things that you got to keep to yourself.
Yeah, especially because sometimes the Drag Race audience is brutal. And they want to come for you in every direction.
All people I know, they would threaten my life because I said 2 drag queens dating was disgusting.
Wow.
Or I shouldn't be friends with any of the Drag Race girls. I'm like, girl, bye.
Wow. I mean, you have said that you don't like 2 drag queens dating, but that's personal preference.
But I'm not a lesbian. What the fuck? I'm strictly dickly. And I mean, and as far as I know, ain't no DL thug trying to be no drag queen. So, and if that happens, he ain't gonna stick it anyway.
Right.
Child, if you got a little bit of sweetness in you.
No, we just go back to that point. You gotta be hard as a rock.
Nope.
So you made that public, people know, and now you're trying to just put it to rest. So no more questions. And
it's not that I don't want the questions, because like when fans have asked me, like it depends on the approach.
Right.
So, and that's one thing I've always been with all my fans and everybody on social media. Like, if you approach me well, I'll play with you, and like I can, But if you come at me sideways, bitch, I'm from New York. You don't come at me sideways.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm like, I'm not like, God bless her, because my sister, I don't know how she does it. Like Fifi Manila, like I know how they do it. Like, and they're just like always like, they try to be nicer about like if fans come for them. I can't do that. No, I'm the queen of the clap back. No, ma'am.
Right.
If you gonna come at me sideways, I'm gonna treat you like, like we in the streets, bitch.
Right.
And 9 out of 10, these bitches ain't gonna say it to my face anyway.
No, they wouldn't. They'd probably love you once they saw you.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, girl, can you sign this? But you're the asshole that told me I was a dirty faggot on the fucking internet.
Right.
Bye. Mm-hmm. But it is what it is.